Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another week. It is Friday. Had check-ins this morning. That was the end of the last video. So this week, the goal is to do a lot better than we did last week. Last week was just a mess. I didn't do cardio. I didn't lift. I mean, like, I did do cardio and I did lift, but I literally only did each like 1.5 times. And I was all over the place with my food. Like, I had my meal plan, but then I also just had so many things that were not in my meal plan. So this week we got to do better because we are nearing the halfway mark on prep. I would say this week puts us halfway, even though technically it's a week shy of halfway. I think I'm 10 weeks out. And I've been in prep for 8 weeks. So, I mean, I really actually think this is the halfway mark because I just don't consider peak week as part of prep. So anyway, either way, it doesn't matter. We're getting to the point where we are closer to the show than we aren't. And that's where it becomes even more important to do like what you're supposed to do, right? Because I know for me, like, the further out I am, and I think this really goes for anybody who is not one of those people who's really 100%. I mean, there are the select few, I've mentioned this before. I know that there are a select few that truly are on. But I think for most of us, we're not on 100%, or even 90%. And I think for us, the further out you are for a show, the more wiggle room you feel like you have because you feel like you have time to make up for it. And you do, to be honest. But it's like, now that I'm rounding that halfway mark where it's like you are actually closer to the show than you aren't, like, there's a lot less room for these individual mistakes. And I saw someone post just about like how 1% adds up, right? And it's like 1% of, you know, it was actually talking about like the little bites, all those little things that I've been doing, right? Just like that one extra gram isn't gonna hurt, or that one extra bite isn't gonna hurt, right? Like, we've all been measuring peanut butter and it's like, okay, I got out my 16 grams, but there's still definitely at least another 3 grams on the spoon. Like, I'm just gonna lick it, right? Like, I'm not gonna put it back in the jar. I accidentally put, 4.5 ounces of chicken or 5 ounces of chicken. It was only supposed to be 4. It's fine. I'm just gonna eat. It doesn't really matter, right? But those things add up over the life of your prep, right? So it's like, it just seems like one bite right now. It just seems like one handful of popcorn right now. But over an entire prep, over the next 10 weeks, like, that can be the difference between first call out and second call out. That can be the difference between second or third in physique, which for me, the difference between getting second or third in physique or getting 5th and 6th in physique, like, for me, those one rankings, that 1 point difference can be the difference of me going to the Olympia or not, because that is what happened at Ben Weider, right? Literally 1 point separated me from going to the Olympia, because even if me and Michelle had tied, I would have won because I won the routine round. But I didn't. I lost by 1 point. And so that's just where I am now. It's like, I got to flip it on the other side. Andrea, 1% better effort today, it's going to add up over 10 weeks. So that's just where I am. I was super tired. That was a very long way to say I was super tired. I was in bed. I was napping. I literally set my alarm for a 10-minute nap. And I told Ruben, okay, I'm going to go to burn boot camp and do cardio. We have a couple things we want to get done today, and then we're going to lift later. I'm going to lift later. And I was like, I'm so tired. He's like, you don't have to go right now. Like, you don't have to do it right now. But I just know myself, especially after last week, it's like I kept saying, oh, I'll do it later. 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 And it never got done. So it's like, no, I do have to go right now. I have to suck it up. You're going to be tired during prep. It is what it is. I'm going to be tired whether I go to boot camp or not, so I might as well just go. So we're on our way to boot camp. And today is going to be a hard one. I've already trained this one this morning. It's going to be a doozy, and I'm actually looking forward to being that tired and then finishing that workout. I'm looking forward to the way that I'm going to feel after this workout. So yeah, hopefully for those of you who are in prep, that message was a message. Like, the 1% is going to add up. Ooh, Gavin DeGraw and Colby Kaale, August 10th. Listen, I can nuck if you buck, but Gavin DeGraw and Colby Kaale is like, that's a good combo. And now it's a full sidebar, everybody. As usual, there's always a full sidebar that has nothing to do with anything. I love Gavin DeGraw so much. This isn't why me and Ruben went to New York for New Year's Eve this one year. The first year we met, we literally had known each other for 2 months. It's fine. But let me tell you, knowing that Gavin DeGraw was performing in Times Square during New Year's Eve was a big pull for me to be there. Anyway, I love Gavin DeGraw. Anywho, I don't know who needs that message today, but that 1% is going to matter in both directions. So for me, it's like posing. I might feel like it's not beneficial for me to pose for 5 minutes a day. Like, I might feel like it's silly. Honestly, I do think it's silly sometimes when I literally will go do 1 round of quarter turns and move on. Like, it's like, Andrea, does this posing really matter? Yes, it does. 1 extra round of quarter turns every single day for the next 70 days. That is 70 additional quarter turns that I'm doing, right? Like, so the 1% matters. Whether that's 1% less effort that you're giving yourself or 1% more effort that you're giving yourself, it does matter. So make sure you put it in today. And that's the beginning of this week's video. Okay, that workout was everything. I am so glad that I went. That's how it always is. Actually, that's not how it always is. Sometimes you go and you're like, that was complete BS. But that's pretty much how it always is when I go to Roomba Camp. So tired. I thought that I was gonna vomit. And then I thought, I'm gonna go into cardiac arrest. Like my chest was like hurting. Like, I don't know how to explain this feeling, but it literally felt tight. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is how it ends for me. So I did actually have to like stop for a second because I was like, I'm not about to push through this and die out here on this floor. I can't do it. But it was a great workout. Now I'm gonna go home, eat another meal, and then me and Ruben just have we got to clean out Reagan's room. I have like a pile of her clothes. Like, just, that girl's growing like a weed, right? So we just have like so many, especially her feet. Oh my gosh. We have so many shoes and so many clothes that she does not fit anymore that we just like need to give away or do. We got to clean out her room. She just has so much stuff that she doesn't need, especially with her birthday coming up. People are going to be buying her stuff. Like, I might say like clothes and shoes in 4T or size 9 or 10, whatever size she wears now. Her feet are growing. She's gonna be tall. She is already tall. And money to her 529, because the girl doesn't need another Barbie. She does not need another block. She doesn't need more of any of that stuff. Anyway, but she is really into reading now. It's so cute. We've started reading to her every night. That was something that like Ruben was like, I want to start reading to her every night, and I've started reading to her every night, and she's like really into it, and I feel like she's gonna be super smart. Anyway, okay, nobody cares about this. It's not what I say, Shantae. I tell a whole 20-minute long story and then I say, anyway, nobody cares. Truly, that was inside thoughts that I just shared with you guys. Workout was fantastic, like I just said. We are going to run some errands. We got to clean out her room. I got to clean out my car. This has to be like a weekly thing because by the end of the week, my car already looks again like a storage unit and a food truck. And then I do have to lift, I think I'm gonna probably do like back and shoulders, even though I kind of already did that like twice this week, but both of them were kind of janky workouts. I haven't really done legs. I might do, I don't know, maybe legs and back. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got to figure out a way to get in every single lift that I missed this week. I have to figure out how to get it in one workout today. So it's gonna be like a full body. Maybe I'll just do like 1 quad exercise, 1 hamstring exercise, 2 back exercises, 2 shoulder exercises. I don't really know. We're gonna find out. Maybe Ruben will write me something. But yeah, it's Friday, and what was I gonna say? We're traveling next week. So I like traveling on prep because I feel like it helps me actually stay on track. But anyway, this vlog will take us up until travel day. And then my next, like, back half of the week will be all of our travel stuff. So this vlog will get us through the weekend. So I'll take y'all through practice. Probably not gonna film any workout today as usual, but I'll film some practice and maybe some other stuff. But anyway, that's where we are. Cannot believe we're 10 weeks out. Told y'all every video I'm gonna say I can't believe we're X amount of weeks out because I can't. Like, I just can't. It's wild. But yeah, more on competition actually later. So I'm in the middle of my workout, just doing like a full body, so fullish body. I did 3 leg exercises, and now I'm doing like back and shoulder supersets. Let me tell you guys, I am starting to feel, I'm finally starting to look like I'm in prep. Like, even earlier today, you can't see it right. Oh, you can kind of see that little vein. Today during boot camp, during cardio, like my shoulder veins were coming out. I'm like, yes, we're starting to get the vascularity, starting to actually feel like I look a little bit like bodybuilder, which is very exciting. Because again, we're not even halfway through prep. We're about halfway, but like if I can make the same amount of progress on the back half of prep, like it's gonna get very exciting. Okay, my phone is plugged in, but it only has 2% battery, so I imagine it's probably not going to last very long, so I'm going to keep it brief. I just smoked that workout. It was like a full body lift. It's kind of a hybrid lift. Like I said, I think I said it before, I did 3 leg movements. So I did single leg extensions, I did seated leg curls, and I did walking lunges. And then I did, what did I do? I did like a few supersets. So I did dumbbell shoulder press and what I do? I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like y'all are going to follow my workout plan. And I did some lat pull downs. I did some lateral raises. Oh, I did reverse flies with plates in my hands because I didn't feel like walking over to the dumbbells. And honestly, this is a sidebar, but I like holding the plate. Like, so, you know, a plate has the circle and it has like the things. I like the grip of holding a plate like this versus having to hold a dumbbell. Like, I have self-diagnosed tendonitis in my left elbow. So on the plate, I can keep my hand open. I like doing lateral raises with plates too. It's just the limitation of plates is that it's like 2.5, 5, 10, 25. Like, so if I'm using plates for like a lateral or a rear delt, I have to use 10s. So I have to go like super high rep. I have to do like 20 reps. But that's what I did. If I'm doing a front raise, I'll do, you know, a 35-pound plate or something. But anyway, that's what I did. Seated shoulder press, and then the rear delt fly with the plates. And then I did a neutral grip lat pull down because the lat pull down machine that I normally use was taken. And then I did seated lateral raises. And then I went in the exercise room just to hit a quick pose because I had a good pump. And then I just like felt energetic. So I was like, let me just try to run this routine cold. I just was like, that section that I could not hit at all last week, hit it twice in a row. Actually, the first time I didn't hit the whole thing, but I hit the individual part that I could not do like to my standard. I hit that one cold twice in a row. I hit some pretty big chunks tonight, so I am lit. Like, I am like, this is the Friday, the kickoff to the beginning of this 10 weeks out prep or like prep week that I needed. Like, I feel good. My check-ins weren't great this morning, but that workout was lit. Posing was good. Routine was really good. And I'm wondering, like, is it the wrist wraps? Like, because last week I was wearing wrist wraps. Remember, I was like, I'm going to keep it brief. I was wearing wrist wraps for the first time on the hard floor. And I'm like, is it the wrist wraps that are stopping me from being able to do this handstanding, like, sequence well? Like, SOS, because I need the wrist wraps for the impact exercises. Like, I'm not about to rebound and land in a push-up without protection on my wrist. But it's messing with my handstand skills. So I don't know, you know, this week I didn't even bring my wrist wraps in because I wasn't planning on doing skills, but I guess this week I'm just going to focus on like drilling those skills with wrist wraps just in case, like, just to make sure if that is the problem, it's not a problem. Morning, it's Saturday, the 4th, headed to train. I have to train, and then we have an orientation. We have like a promotion starting tomorrow or Monday. So I have an orientation. So I'm working for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours today, 4 hours. What was like, there was a point, 143.5 this morning. My weight is just continuing to go up. Because, as you all, if you've been here only this prep, you've only heard me mention it a couple times. If you were here during my last prep, you have heard me mention this probably at least 100 times. If you've been here since my Olympia prep, you've heard me mention this probably 1,000 times. Your girl's not pooping. And every time I say that, I always wonder, like, is there going to be some, like, holistic person who's like, Andrea, you need to check your gut health? Probably, but I don't normally have problems when I'm not in prep, so I think I'm just constipated because of PMS, and, those are my sunglasses, because of PMS and all that stuff I've been eating. Just not my normal jam. Anyway, weight's just continuing to go up because food is going in and not coming out. So I did hit quarter turns this morning. I look fine. Like, again, it's not like I expected to go look like Santa Claus when I hit my quarter turns this morning. I still look pretty good, but like, you can see in my lower belly, like, that there's not room in there for me to pull it in. And I'm not waking up hungry. It's weird to wake up and not be hungry because I feel like there's literally still food in there. Like, I feel like it's not even digested yet. I don't know. It is. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I did take my Yohimbine. I don't actually know how to say it out loud. I only know, like, I read it. It's just this supplement that I take. It's, in layman's terms, it's a fat burner. It's not a fat burner at all. But it does similar things to what fat burners do. It, like, brings your heart rate up a little bit, brings your metabolic rate up a little bit. I actually think, from what I've read, it used to be used or can be used as like an erectile dysfunction. It's just an herb. It's like a supplement. But I think because it increases your blood flow, I think that's why it helps that. But anyway, usually that helps me. So we'll see. I took 3 this morning. I usually take 2 during prep. I take 3 when I'm like struggling to go poop, and then I start taking 4 like around 6 weeks out, and I'm talking about in 5-gram pills. So it's well over the serving size, but it's just like an herb. Okay, so I'm going to get my hair done. Leaving through the garage so Reagan doesn't lose it, but I don't have a garage door opener. Oh, it's blurry. It doesn't really matter. I want you guys to see how I get out of here because I don't have a garage door opener. And I have to jump over the sensor because if you run through the sensor, or you can't even see it, but if you run through the sensor, it won't close because it thinks there's something there. So anyway, that is how I tempt my fate. And I do that in slides. I'm like, Andrea, one day you're going to get injured doing this. But today's not that day. Anyway, going to get my hair done. I guess I don't really need to be on the vlog for this part, but it has nothing to do with prep. I still haven't gone to the bathroom. I mean, I went a little bit, but not all the way. Which is it's just irritating because I'm eating these meals, right? And I'm not even hungry. Like, I'm just eating meals because I know I'm supposed to be eating meals. And my stomach is just like, there's never any like, I don't know. There's no metabolism happening right now. There's no metabolism. So hopefully once I start my period that will get remedied, but I mean, until then, I don't know. Well done. Freaking 5 hours later, I am so irritated. I am so irritated, you guys. My appointment, these are dirty. My appointment was at 1 o'clock, okay? Normally, this lady has me in and out. I mean, for the most part. I always have to wait, like, to get seated because she's always still doing someone's hair when I get there. But, you know, once I get started, for the most part, like, it's pretty fast. It's like 90 minutes or less, which is fast for how much hair that I have. You know, I'd say 90 minutes at the max, which again, for how much hair that I have, that's very fast. So I love coming to her because she's fast, even though she's always running late, but I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Today, honestly, I don't need 3 strikes. I'm so irritated. I show up at 1. Actually, I show up at 12:55. She's still doing someone's hair when I get there. Again, whatever, she usually is, but she's already styling it, so I know it's not going to be that long. So she's styling this lady's hair. 1:29 actually. She's like, hey, you can go sit at the shampoo bowl. So I'm like, great. I go back there. 5 minutes later, she comes in, she shampoos me. I have conditioner sitting in my hair, and she is like, I don't know, maybe start somebody else, or I don't really know where she was, like out in the other room because the shampoo and dryer are like in a different area of the salon. So I'm sitting there, she's doing something else. She comes back, she rinses me, she puts me under the dryer. So I'm like, okay, great, whatever. Like, we're moving, we're rolling. So I'm under the dryer, and somebody else walks in and she starts doing their hair. So whatever, it's fine. My dryer goes off. I'm just still sitting there. And I'm like, okay, like, I've been sitting under this dryer. My dryer's done. Like, what's next? Like, I know you're still on this lady's hair, but like, I was here first. So then she's like, okay, you can go to my chair. I go to her chair. She starts using like the comb, like the blow dryer with the comb attachment to like actually blow dry my hair, like to get to my roots, to detangle and get to my roots, because you guys saw in that video, I have a lot of hair. I wear it like this so people don't really realize how thick my hair actually is. And I don't know if she was in a mood today or what. This lady is ripping my hair. Like, I'm not a specialist, but I'm pretty sure that when you're detangling, you're supposed to go from here and go up from the tips to the roots. And she's just dragging that comb through I'm literally like, it is so painful. In my mind, I'm thinking, is this how Reagan feels when I do her hair when she's screaming and crying? Like, even though I'm like trying to be gentle, like, is this what I actually feel like when I'm doing Reagan's hair? So I'm getting super irritated because I'm just like watching chunks of my hair fall out while she's blow drying it just like this after I've already had to sit and wait. So now she's like, okay, now I'm gonna put you back under the dryer so that like the roots of your hair can get dry so I can, so whatever. She puts me back under the dryer. She goes back to the second lady that walked in, or like the second lady whose hair she started, starts styling her. I'm under that dryer for an hour. I am sitting there for an hour, y'all. I looked at the time because I told my friend, hey, I think that I will be home in an hour, because she was already blow drying me. And normally once she starts blow drying me, I'm literally out of there 30 minutes later. No. An hour later. Now 2 additional people have walked in. So the one gets finished. She finishes her, including putting extensions in her hair, while I am sleeping under the dryer that has now done a full cycle and turned off. I literally fell asleep under the dryer, like sitting in that chair. 2 additional people have come in. She tells me, okay, you can go to the chair. When I go to the chair, she has to ring this lady up. This lady pays in cash. She doesn't have change. She walks next door to Wetzel's Pretzels to get change. It comes back with pretzels, goes in the back, starts another person's hair. Y'all, there were 6 people who got their hair done during the 4.5 hours that I was there. And when I was getting agitated, and one of her like associates or someone who works at the salon saw me getting agitated when I was sleeping under the dryer, and she's like, hey, do you want me to, like, because she already passed off another haircut. There actually was another person who had an appointment who she passed off because it was a little girl getting a haircut. So she already passed off one. That lady asked her, hey, do you want me to get started with her because she sees me? And she's like, no, I'm almost done. No, you should have just let this other lady straighten my hair. So that lady saw that I was getting irritated. Then she again starts another shampoo after she gets back from Wetzel's Pretzels, and I'm pissed at this point. So I'm about to walk out. I'm literally about to leave. I put my ponytail. I was like, I'll just go home and straighten my own hair. Like, so I tell her like, hey, I'm gonna go to my car and get my car charger because my phone's dead, and my husband expected me home a long time ago, which is not exactly true. But I did like text Ruben. I was like, I'm getting my hair done. I'll be whatever. Like, then my phone died. So she's like, oh, we have a charger here. So I'm sitting charging my phone, whatever. Ruben's like, I called you a few times. I told Tiffany like I was supposed to like meet her for something, or like I was planning to go to this Mother's Day thing that I was like invited to. That started at 4. I'm thinking I have a hair appointment at 1. That's plenty of time. I tell Tiffany, yeah, I'll probably be home by 4. I did not walk out of that place until it's 5:15 right now. And 6 people got the hair done, plus the girl she passed off to somebody else. So 7, you had 7 appointments? Like 7 appointments in the span of 4 hours. It's not like it wasn't like this. My appointment was this whole time, and then you had all these, I'm furious. There was 0 tip involved. 0 tip, sorry. Like, you're lucky that I even stayed and finished and paid you anything, because I could have just left and straightened my own hair, and you just shampooed and blow dried my hair for free. Like, I'm like hard, I'm not coming back. Like, straight up, not coming back. I am so mad. Anyway, 7 minutes later, that has nothing to do with prep. But now I don't even want to go to that thing. I'm just like emotionally drained, even though I'm sure that will like be fun. But now I've been away from Reagan for this long, which I know some of you are like, that's fine, Andrea, but I was at work all morning, and then I came here, and then I'm also gonna like, what's supposed to go with my friends for 4 hours, like not see my daughter all day. No, probably not gonna happen. So I'm just super irritated. We're back. I am going to that thing because Ruben made me. He didn't make me, but Ruben was like, I'm here, like I'm not going anywhere, I'll keep Reagan, you go to this thing. So I am going. I'm still irritated. Like, I don't feel better yet, even though like there's nothing I can do about what has already happened. And like, the reason that I was irritated was because I wanted to come to this thing, and getting my hair done like threw off my timeline, and I'm still coming to this thing.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Butterfield Stage Road.
So I shouldn't. Oh, this is where Smart and Final is. I've never heard of. I thought Smart and Final was an office store, and apparently it's like a grocery store. Anyway, do you guys have Smart and Final where you live? If so, did you know it was a grocery store? It's like a bulk store, apparently. Anyway,
at the light, turn right onto Butterfield Stage Road.
Even though that experience didn't end up ruining my plans, I'm still irritated. So I know that when I get here, people are going to be like, oh my God, it's gym people. But I also am like, and this is, now I'm going to talk about prep. I know I'm going to land the plane. I'm going to keep it on prep. One thing that's been happening now that I'm in prep, and I just have to learn how to tune this stuff out, but it's just draining, is people start commenting on my body. Now, I'm not really insecure about my body, like in general. I'm insecure about my bodybuilding body, but I'm not really insecure about like my regular body. I know that I'm more fit than most people. More lean, I should say, than most people. I've already talked about this in general. But what happens, these Tesla trucks are freaking ugly. That is ugly. Like, you literally only...
Field Stage Road for 1 mile.
You only bought that because you like Elon Musk. And you think that makes you look cool, because 0 people think that that truck looks good. 0 people. And if you have one of those, I do not believe that you actually like it. Like, if that were a Toyota, you would not have been like, wow, that truck's really cool, I want it. Like, you got it because it's a Tesla and it's ugly. Anyway. I am not insecure about my body, but every single time prep starts, especially because I work in a gym with a lot of women who, although I don't think this is actually, I don't think it's especially because I work in a gym. Did I miss my turn now? It's just the nature. And oh my gosh, you look so good. Oh my gosh, you look so good. Oh my gosh, your arms look so good. Oh my gosh, your shoulders look good. Oh my gosh, you're starting to look so good. You're starting to look so good. And I know that people mean well when they say that, but... And I say this to my members all the time. Like, I specifically tell them, like, hey, I'm going to start prep. Don't comment on my body, please. And the reason that I say it, what I tell them...
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Morgan Hill Drive.
What I tell them is like, hey, you guys, like, it doesn't necessarily really bother me, but people here, like, if you only affirm people and compliment them when they start losing weight, like, that can be really problematic and triggering for people. Like,
At the light, turn left onto Morgan Hill Drive.
I was already fit. And now I've lost 10 pounds from, again, an already fit lower 20% in body fat. And now every single day, oh my gosh, you look so good. Oh my gosh, you look so good. Oh, you got it. Oh my gosh, you look so good. And I'm like, why weren't you complimenting me 10 pounds ago? You didn't think that I looked good. And I'm not saying like for me, like, oh my gosh, they didn't think that I looked good, but I'm just saying like we're reinforcing this, like,
continue on Morgan Hill Drive for half a mile.
Somebody losing weight is like an accomplishment that we need to applaud, when it's like, I am so much more than my body composition. Now, again, I'm a bodybuilder. I literally get judged on my body composition. I understand this sounds completely ass backwards for me to be like, oh my gosh, I'm more than just my body. But like, for real, like, I am so much more than my body. And that's what I try to teach people. Everybody is more than just their body composition. And it just, for me, is like frustrating, especially because the way that I feel when I'm in prep, like, I don't feel good. I have low energy. I'm always freaking cold. Like, I'm moody. I'm snappy. I don't really love, I mean, there's a lot of things that I love about prep, obviously, but like,
in a quarter mile, turn right onto Madigan Street.
I'm so sorry about these directions. I'm not living my best life when I'm in prep, and I don't feel like I'm my best self when I'm in prep. So to like constantly get bombarded with compliments when I'm like, this isn't even who I am.
Take the next right onto Madigan Street, then turn left onto Rydell Street.
This isn't even who I am, and it's not even a good version of me, but this is the version that you all like are clapping for and applauding and making sure you go out of your way to tell me that you like, not that you like, but like,
take the next left onto Rydell Street, then turn right onto Collier Falls Court.
It's just exhausting. And now I'm about to go to this thing with all these people from the gym, and they're like, we're getting in the hot tub, and I'm like about to be in a bathing suit around all of them, and I just know inevitably I'm like, oh my gosh, you look so good. Oh my gosh, you look so good. And
turn right onto Collier Falls Court, then your destination will be on the right.
These houses are freaking huge. Okay, it's one of the girls at the gym. I'm like, oh, no wonder you can afford this gym membership. It's just exhausting. We're gonna be in swimsuits, and I just don't feel like being told every
your destination is on the right.
I don't feel like being told every 5 minutes about how. Okay, so what are you? Oh my gosh, stop. I can't deal with them. This girl's trying to make me drink. It's not gonna happen. She wants to look healthy for YouTube, even though she's turned up. Excuse me, can you tell me what's happening? This is what happened. It's organic. Yes, this is YouTube. Okay, tell me what this is.
Cucumber y agüita. I don't want to be in it.
Organic.
It is. It's no
alcohol.
None. No sugar. Whatsoever. No sugar. We promise you we wouldn't ruin you.
Well, there is sugar, but no added sugar. No added sugar.
That's still organic. Like God made it.
God made this.
God made it. Okay. Hold on, be careful. No, you're good. You're good.
You want more? I'm not having more though. So this is the beverage they're making me. What's that, blood orange? Thank you. Appreciate it. My sparkling water. My bartender, Jessica, one of the baddest ladies in the land. Okay, there we go. There it is. Me drinking coffee. Them drinking other things.
Your coffee?
The hostess with the mostess. Happy Sunday, everyone. I've actually tried to film twice today at home. Like once just sitting at the table and then once in the bathroom, like while I was getting ready. And both of those clips were just complete duds because it is impossible to film at home. Like there's just too much other stuff going on for me to film at home. So you're getting the car chronicles again. Yesterday was fun. It was like people from the gym. So I did tell them when we got into the hot tub, I said like, okay, this is a trainer rule now. Like no body commentary. Like we're not doing that. Like we're not doing it. And it wasn't just for me, it's just for everyone. That's just how people are, especially like because we all are gym friends. Like, I mean, you know, they're technically my customers, but like we know each other from the gym. So I think it would be natural to be talking about that. And I just said like, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Like no self-deprecating. Oh, I don't like the way I look in this. Oh, my belly. And also no, you look at me like, no, we're not doing it. And it was fine. People started talking about Botox and stuff, which was whatever. But it was funny because they're like, what did Tiffany say? She's like, so what's the consequence if we do? And I said, the consequence is you feeling uncomfortable when I make you tell me why you feel so convicted to talk about somebody's appearance in their bathing suit. Out of all the conversations of things we could talk about, why you feel so convicted to talk about that. That's going to be your consequence, is answering that question in front of everybody. She's like, okay. So it was good. Like I said, as a trainer, I just don't want people to feel like that can't be the most interesting thing that we have to talk about is the way our bodies look. And again, I've mentioned it before, I'm going to mention it again. I understand that this like sounds completely hypocritical because I'm someone who competes in bodybuilding, but ultimately, and I've mentioned this before, bodybuilding is just a hobby of mine. It's not my complete identity. And I don't even identify with my bodybuilding body. It's a costume to me. It's a uniform. Anyway, headed to practice. So this is actually what I was going to talk about earlier when I got on my video twice and deleted both clips. So last night when I was driving home, for some reason, I just got convicted to do a full out today. I just like I don't know. I was just like, I feel like I can go full out tomorrow. The truth is I cannot go full out today. I'm not going full out today. I would be setting myself up to probably get injured, to be honest. However, I am going to throw entire sections today. I've been doing pieces of sections. I've been doing pretty much everything but actual tumbling. I have not done a round up by handspring tuck. I haven't even done a round off. I haven't even done back extension rolls. Like I've done nothing upside down except for a couple standing tucks and my like front, I don't know what it's called. It's like a front walk over to my butt. I've done no tumbling, and that's what I need to be doing. So that's what I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree before I go to the gym. That's what I need to do today, is get complete sections done, not just the pieces that I want to do, because that's what I've been doing. I've been working on the skills and pieces that to me are the hard ones, which is good because those are the ones I need the most reps on. But the reality is like the tumbling and all of those other things that I've been skipping, those are the things that make me more tired. So those are the things that I need to do. Like I need to be practicing all of this together. So it's like the things that are easy for me but get me out of breath, I need to practice those too. Right now I've been doing the things that are hard for me but don't necessarily like completely gas me, although obviously in repetition they do. It's like I need to put it all together. So I'll be doing much shorter sections than I have been, but they will be completely full out. Minus my full. I'm not doing a full until I'm in front of judges. I never warm it up. I warm up a round by handspring tuck. I warm up a layout, and I do one single full, and it is the one that I do while I'm competing, because your girl is too old for that. So that's the plan today. All right, you know what it is. We are at the gym. Reagan's here with me because Ruben's training, has posing clients, whatever. He just has Ruben's doing stuff. Yeah. So as much as I want to do sections, I just talked about that in the car. First off, check out the fresh junk. fresh junk. Link in description if you want junk bands. Anyway, Reagan's with me. And even though we have discussed the rules, she's 3. So if she is running on the floor while I'm trying to do my routine, or she is getting into stuff while I'm trying to do my routine, we will be cutting this short. We'll be moving on with our lives, but I feel confident. I got her a new doll, so she's heavily invested in that. Ruben took her shopping yesterday, and she has a new costume. So she has a new costume and a new doll. So she has new things. We discussed the rules, so I am hoping and praying. Don't say what word? Disgust? That's I could say that word. She's obsessed right now with, is that a bad word? Is that a good word? Because she has been using the word, and she knows it's a bad word. And so now everything, she's like, is that a good word? Is that a bad word? And now she tries to correct us when she thinks we say things that are not good words. Anyway, I believe in her, and I believe in myself. I haven't decided which section I'm going to do. I think I know which section I'm going to do, but I'm going to warm them all up and see which one feels like it's going to have the highest rate of success today, and that's the one I'm going to do. But while we're here, this is not me influencing because I don't have codes for either of these items, but I love this sports bra. I mean, I could put it in my Amazon storefront. It's just an Amazon sports bra. Some girl told me about that I really like, and these shorts are the Outfit Co. I really like them, but I do not like this area. They give very much camel toe. No matter what underwear I wear, you can see every outline and every crevice. So I only really wear them now to practice and to bed. Like I ain't wearing this in the gym. I should have gotten them in black. I think I'd feel better about them in black, but if I'm gonna get them in black, like I'm just gonna wear crazy yoga. Like I have crazy yoga shorts like this that don't give me a camel toe. So anyway, I do feel like the body is bodying though, even though we're minutes away from starting our period. But anyway, that's all. Okay, so I just ran 2. Sorry about this angle, whatever. I just ran 2. Not exactly, well, actually, the section that I wanted to run, I did do full out, but then I started, I added onto it, and I did not do that part full out, but I'm about to do it right now. Pretty good. I feel really good, and I don't feel nearly as tired as I did however many videos ago. I don't know if it was last practice or 2 practices ago, that I was like barely doing anything, and I remember coming on here like, I am so gassed, I'm so tired. Today I do not feel that way at all. Like I'm definitely tired, right? Like it's tiring, but I finished feeling like, okay, that was good, and I actually think that maybe I can do another piece. So skills feel good. The handstand strength skills feel good. I haven't hit all of them, but I've hit most of them. I've only missed a couple. So I feel really good right now. Actually hasn't been that long that I've been here. But I don't want to be here. Just Reagan's a ticking time bomb. Like she's good right now, and I love that for her. But I just don't want to keep her all day. Like she's 3 years old. She doesn't need to be at my practice for 2 hours. That's just me asking for trouble. So I'm gonna run probably 2 or 3 more of the section that I did, my updated section. So okay, it's hard for me to explain it. Like I know the fitness girls will understand, but so I have my big handstanding section, my big handstanding and big push-up section. To me, that's one section. It's like a 20-second section. Now, there are 2 different like skill sections. Like it's the handstands go straight into the push-ups. The handstand goes straight into the push-ups. So I've done that part full out. But then I do my headstand section. I've not done that part full out because there's tumbling, there's an entry, there's another push-up in that section, like of what I consider that whole section to be. So I've done this whole section full out, which was the original intention. But then I got to the end of it and didn't feel like I was dying, so I added this section, but I did not do this section full out. I only did a couple skills in this section. So all that to say, right now for the next 2 or 3, I'm gonna try to run that entire, probably maybe 35, 40 seconds completely full out. So that should be interesting. Again, I've already nailed it twice in a row, the part that I wanted to nail. So now all of this is just gravy. So if I miss, I miss. But if I nail it, amazing. Yes, baby. You want to show them your outfit?
Yep.
Okay, scoop up. Show us your fashion show. Okay, what are you wearing?
I'm using the butterfly wings.
Butterfly wings, and what's that?
A bracelet.
Bracelets. Oh, you have some on your ankles too. And what are those?
Well,
Gloves. And what's this?
tutu.
A tutu. And Daddy also got her birthday girl crown. You look so cute. Daddy spoiled you, huh? You're silly. Okay, I'm gonna help you put this on there. Just... Okay, so practice is over.
Practice over. New maid, boomhead.
What are we doing now?
Eating ice cream.
Okay, that's yucky. Cheesy, stop. She's eating ice cream. Do I need to throw the rest of your ice cream away?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Okay, then finish. And stop playing with it. Okay, so practice was good. I only ran that section one time, and it was wild. It was wild and crazy. But it was fine. I was like, I got to get out of here. So I set up the gym. Now, I promised Reagan ice cream if she behaved, and she did behave. You did a good job today, Reagan.
Thank you.
And so now we're at Froyo, and Ruben just messaged me. Sorry, I'm just watching her to make sure she doesn't know this stuff. Ruben messaged me and was like, oh, let's go meet at sushi. So we're going to go there. And that's pretty much it. I think maybe I'll show what I get at sushi, and then that'll be the end of this. I think that's what I'll do. You know how I was talking about, like, not really knowing when to end my videos now that I'm doing 2 videos a week? I think I'll do, like, check-ins to practice and practice to check-ins. So maybe I'll take this video. Actually, we're traveling. So maybe I'll take this video all the way until travel, which there's not really going to be anything to show tomorrow, I guess. Like, maybe my workout, my cardio, but then Tuesday we travel, and so Tuesday to Friday will be the next video. So I don't really know. If this is the end of the video, great. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If it's not the end of the video, see you tomorrow. All right. Good morning, everybody. Obviously, that was not the last clip. Oh, Reagan's reading to me. We'll come back to that. Okay, so we went to sushi last night. They had a special that was like 2 rolls for $20. So we got 4 rolls. But then Ruben still wanted more, so we got 2 more, like, no rice rolls. Obviously, no clue, like, how many calories it was. We didn't, we tried to keep it, to raw fish, avocado, cucumber. I mean, I can't even estimate how many calories it was. Like, no clue. But I was very full when I left. Let's see. Of course, we had another weight increase this morning. Like, we're at 144.6. But I did start my period. Like, I didn't exactly, but I am going to today. Like, I've started the pre-period. Anyway, I've started that, and I can just tell by the way that I feel. I can tell it's starting today. So that's good, because that means my check-ins on Friday, I probably will be back to, like, my normal homeostasis. I don't think that I'm going to be back at 141 by Friday. I mean, I could. I mean, obviously these weight increases are due to digestion and bloating, so it's not like I have to lose 3 pounds of fat to get to 141 by check-ins. But I'm not expecting it. Plus, we're traveling, so I'm not even going to have my normal, like, I guess I will have my normal scale, but I don't know. When I do check-ins not at home, I kind of feel like that check-in, like, we can only take that data with a grain of salt, because there's so many variables that could be different. So I'm just going to, like, whatever this check-in is, but I think I'll say, like, in 2 weeks, like, that check-in is where I would like to be under 140. So maybe I'll hit 141 by this Friday, and then, like, 139 by the next Friday, but all I know is that in 2 weeks I need to be under 140. So practice was so good. It was short, but it was sweet. It was good. I got out of there with enough time for Reagan to like not have any meltdowns. She followed directions. Like, it was a good day. So right now we're going to boot camp to lift, and then we'll go to Powerhouse to do cardio. I mean, I could just go to Powerhouse for both. But it's push-pull at boot camp, and it's like my chest and shoulder day normally. So I'm just going to go do boot camp and then do like when I go to Powerhouse before I get on cardio, I'm just gonna do like my bench press and my overhead press, like a couple of the big exercises that are on my program that I can't do at Burn, and then I'll just do cardio, and then we'll be caught up. Tomorrow's a travel day, so I think the end of this video will actually be maybe like my packing, and then like just so you guys can see how we're traveling. I don't know if we're even bringing food. We haven't decided if we're gonna bring food, if we're gonna like get food when we're there. I mean, we're obviously gonna bring travel day food, but normally we like pack a lot of food. But I think we just were like, we don't know if we want to do that. So I'll just show you what I am packing, because I know a lot of people struggle to travel when they're on prep, but for me, I love traveling during prep. Like, and I mentioned this before, but traveling during prep for me actually helps me stay on more because I have so much less options. Actually, I know that I've talked about this at least in last prep series, like in 2023 prep series, I talked about this. Because I'm like, I have to go out of my way to go get food that I don't have. Whereas like at home, I don't have to go out of my way to eat praline pecans because they're right next to the peanut butter that I have to eat. I don't have to go out of my way to eat Reagan's popcorn because I literally just poured it into a bowl for her. So when I'm traveling, I have to work harder to go off plan, or spend additional money to go off plan. So that's just I'm not about that life. So anyway, that's all. Like I said, I will maybe show you what we're packing, and then other than that, we should be nearing the end of this video because the next video is going to be all travel, Memphis, and check-ins. I know I keep ending the video, and yet here I am, packed again. But so I saw on Instagram Amy, who won Chattanooga. Hi, Amy. Amy told me she watched my YouTube, which I thought was pretty cool. Actually, I have so many things to talk about, but we're going to start with this. Something that is just not sitting right with me. And I've seen Amy, among others, post a lot about this. And it's there. Let me make it clear. They are not the problem. I am the problem. They're posting their like countdowns to the Olympia. Like they're already in Olympia prep. Like maybe not in their like cutting phase, but they're already like Amy posted, like she was on the Stairmaster this morning, was like Olympia. And I'm like, it's not sitting right with me that if I win Van, like this happened to me last year when I was in prep for Legion. I was like, I don't like the idea of currently already being in prep for the Olympia. Like I don't like that this is my Olympia prep essentially. That something is not feeling right about the fact that the Olympia is close enough to be part of this current prep that I'm in. Like I've only done one Olympia and it was the only show I did that year. So there was just Olympia. I was off. Okay, now it's time to prep for the Olympia, and I started prep. The idea of doing this entire prep and then continuing the same prep, July, August, September, October, for 3 more months is making me ill. I do not like that people are already in Olympia prep. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not sitting right with me. Now, I do have the athlete games, so I'm not gonna like stay in full prep mode, like full diet, but I mean, I'm not going to be going to an off season. Like I'm probably going to, I've talked to Ruben about it. We're probably going to feed me a little bit for that month so that I can have some level of good performance at the athlete games. But then that gets me to the end of August, September, October. That only gives me 2 more months until the Olympia. And assuming I'm qualified for the Olympia, I told Ruben, if I qualify for the Olympia, I also want to do the September show in Anaheim. 1, as a warm-up show because I'll have a new routine, but 2, if I qualify for the Olympia is probably going to be my last show, like ever. So I would like to compete in a show that's driving distance from me so that people who want to support me, like local people, all my Burn people, if they want to, because many have asked, could come drive to see me compete. So I'm like, would I even get time off? Like in my mind, I take a little bit of diet break to do athlete games, then I go back into prep. I'm like, but then that only gives me 4 weeks until that Anaheim show. Am I going to be ready? Like, I don't know. I'm stressed out. It's fake stress. And it's like stress created by me. Like I said, I am the problem. But still, that's what it is, like wild and crazy to me that Olympia prep. Like if I had one Ben Weider, let's start there. If I had one Ben Weider, I would be starting Olympia prep in a few weeks. It's crazy.